I want to talk about that line so badly. Are we
Scooby
live?
Dooby Doo, where are you? We are
Okay. The counter just started.
live.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
What's going on, guys? We are back with episode number 58 of My Cup of Tea with a king-sized edition of a trailer breakdown for the official... They say official trailer, but I'm pretty sure that's what the last one was called. It's trailer 2 for Spider-Man No Way Home. It's finally here. Damn near lost my voice recording my trailer reaction last night. It was a blast and a half. Joining us today, we have Evan.
Blast and a half. I wasn't like a 2 full blast, just a blast and a half. Couldn't go full 2.
Look, man, I live alone, so I can shout as loud as I want. So
Gotcha.
it's good stuff.
Okay. But yeah, it was a great time yesterday. I considered going to the movies to go see Spencer. It was cheap Tuesday, so I'm like, I could go to the movies. But then I realized the trailer dropped at 8:30 and the movie starts at 6:40. I'm like, I'm gonna be. It was messy. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go later. I'm off next week. I'll stay for Spider-Man, and it was a good trailer. Pretty good. I liked it more than the first one. I can't wait to dive into it. Scooby-Doo and all, because that line is just perfect.
I think it's actually a surprising thing where we're all on the same page, and even me in a semi-negative realm of this movie of just that one joke. But yeah, also joining us we have Carson.
Yeah, this was crazy. Like, I hit like 5 different reaction waves because I watched it, and then I was like watching Nathan react, and then I was like watching Trey at the actual event reacting, and then just all the discourse, and then like frame by frame we got like other things going on, and I'm like, holy shit. And then the thing of Lizard getting punched is like fake, and then it was just a whole it was a whole deal. And so there's so much to talk about. And...
Oh, that punch is not fake, my friend. That is in the official...
Preston told me it was fake.
No, it's in the Brazilian trailer cut.
Oh, so it wasn't in the...
It's not in our trailer, but in like this 1 minute cut of a Brazilian presentation. It goes on a little too long.
That's so embarrassing. Oh my god. Dude, at like 3 points you can see people's arms like roto brushed like to the side.
Yeah,
it's
like
really funny.
We'll 1.25 speed it, but yeah.
Yeah, 228. That's where it is.
Wow.
God, so
anywho.
Yeah, man, so it's waiting forever and ever, like every week it's just been trailer watch, just like this Tuesday or the next Tuesday or the next one, right before Ghostbusters. Maybe not with Eternals, no.
What are you guys' thoughts on them announcing the tickets not yesterday, but like in a couple weeks from now?
Oh, Spider Monday, you mean?
Financially wise, I'm relieved.
True. I'm so used to, I guess, the Star Wars of it all. It's like trailer 2 drops and it's like, boom, tickets on sale. Hurry up, Fandango.
My biggest worry is that it's going to drop at like 9 a.m. when I'm like working. Like, I'm really scared.
If that happens, I'm like, Clash, shut the heck up. It's Spider-Man time.
To that point, though, I've been burned so much recently on like 9 a.m. drops that actually go live at 8:50. So, gotta be prepared.
I think most tickets go on sale at night, right? I think Sony does the morning sometimes, though, which is weird. Like, House of Gucci, I remember, was like in the morning or something.
I think most blockbusters have been dropping at like 9 in the morning for like Eastern for tickets.
So weird. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, because I think like Eternals and them, that was like in the morning as well.
Yeah, it was.
Nothing will beat the infinite Endgame crash across every platform.
I didn't have a problem with Endgame for me, at least.
Dude, honestly, a bigger problem for me was Rogue One. Rogue One, like, broke.
Really?
Yeah.
Rogue One was great for me because it was like the night of my birthday, and then like waiting for tickets to go on sale, and I'm like refreshing the page, and like I'm in, and it's buffering forever, and I'm like, do I restart it? No, I'm in too deep. And then it loaded, and I was the first one in the lobby. I was like, let's go! Yeah. Happy birthday!
I never had an issue with the Fandango releases. I was always like, boom, boom.
And it was Fandango that crashed too, because I remember this is before A-List and before I had any like loyalty to AMC.
My issue with Endgame was horrible because, like, again, they said 9 a.m. and it was 8:50, and then AMC was crashing, Fandango was crashing, Atom Tickets was crashing, like everything. Like it was, and I had to go to work, and I was like, fuck. And it was getting so bad that I was like, I would like call my dad, and I was like, you have to drive physically to the theater to get tickets, please.
I remember you told us that. Yeah.
But then, like, eventually something, like, it finally came back online. I got some decent seats. It was, let's go. Thank God. But yeah, I'm even more worried on this one, dude. I really am. Especially in, like, my new theater. It does fill up really fast. So
You'll be fine.
emotionally, no. I must be the first screening. In that,
I think
the
it'll
6
sell
o'clock,
out.
not the 6:15.
I think it'll sell out in the 5
6
minutes that
the
you.
10 p.m.
You'll be
7
fine,
o'clock the next
Nathan.
day.
You'll be fine. Whenever I get tickets, I'm like, I'm not one to get reserved tickets, really. I'm like, I'm usually like, I'm fine unless like a Marvel movie. Like Shang-Chi Eternals, didn't get reserved tickets. Like the only reserved tickets I've gotten this year was for Dune, but that was because I was so excited. Like I would have still had a good seat if I didn't get reserved tickets. I always drive early enough. I'm just like, okay, I'll just hop in. But mostly because I'm just not AMC. I don't have the A-list
Right,
stuff.
you don't have the app to like go on. And
Yeah, I just have to do it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is just diminishing my livelihood.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Not happy
That's
about
funny.
it.
Are you guys gonna do the like 4-day, or are you doing it like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Nathan, or Thursday and Friday, skip a day,
I'm
every
probably
format?
I'm probably gonna do twice Thursday night and maybe once or twice on Friday because those are my guaranteed days off from work. But I'm also off by like 5 p.m. every day from work, so catch me there all weekend.
It's December 17th, right?
Or 16th for Thursday night.
16th for yes, the 17th is a Friday. That's my last day before winter break for school, at least. So
Nice.
I'll be
Celebrate.
set for Thursday. I'll be working Friday. So I'm going Thursday night, and then I'm probably just going to go Thursday, Saturday. If I like it, I'll probably see a third time.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll do, I think.
And then not even a week later, Matrix comes out.
Dude,
Which is why I'm mostly just going to guarantee see it twice. Even though I see it twice because like the second time it's with my parents, but my parents don't like Spider-Man that much. So I'm like,
Damn.
my dad's like, I don't want to see no Spider-Man. My dad hates Spider-Man and Thor for some reason. I'm like, okay, you picked two that
And
are.
Thor?
Yeah, he doesn't like the Thor movies. He's all
two
Thor
like
one.
of the two most charismatic heroes.
Right? Because I honestly a little kid and his adventure like, Dad is Spider-Man. Anyways, I might still go see it twice by myself the second time. I might go IMAX. I know he loves Iron Man. He loves Cap and stuff like that. He liked Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Hey.
He liked the Power Broker stuff too. No, I'm kidding.
The Power Broker.
He
Nobody
probably
likes
was
that.
indifferent.
Nobody. I talked to him about that. He was like, "She was who again?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Exactly.
Aren't we all? Even the writers.
But anyways, let's dive into this trailer. Carson, pull it up.
Oh.
Carson, pull it
Which
up.
version do we want?
Why don't we just start with the official, and if you would like to deep dive the TikToks.
Oh no.
No, you don't have to, but like, you know, it's probably like really easy to find. IGN actually uploaded it. They uploaded their TikTok of it.
It's funny when a trailer drops, you go through your subscriptions, and like all your subscriptions are all Spider-Man trailers from different websites.
Oh, it was
different
it was Sony, it was Marvel, it was Sony Canada, Sony.
I was like looking
Yeah.
it up to see the like because it dropped on Twitter and then I was trying to refresh the damn YouTube. And it wasn't up on the Sony Pictures YouTube, and I was like, damn.
I literally was like at my console here, and I was like typing. I was like, Sony Pictures up yet? No. And then I went on my phone to look up Sony Pictures, and it was there. And I was like, oh, search it again. There it is. Okay, hit record. All right, plug in my headphones. Here we go. I'm in a Spidey costume.
Oh no, I didn't want to hit that. Cancel.
Get off your porn, Carson. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, sorry, a lot of tabs to close.
What's the category?
Jesus.
A lot of webbing around here.
Hello.
Hey.
Are we doing it?
Actually, we should do a sound check.
Are we doing it slow from the start, or?
Oh, we should just start at 5 seconds.
How is the sound?
Sounds good.
Are we doing it slow
want
from the start, or
captions?
just going a run through fast? How are we
We'll
doing
do normal watch, and then we can
Okay.
give our discussion / breakdown.
Oh, annotations.
Well, this is gonna be a first time for me, so this is gonna be interesting. Just kidding. No.
Get we ready?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Let's Scooby Doo this shit.
Rain.
Right away.
Cinema
Blade
fans in
Runner
rain. It's like,
2049.
oh my god.
Oh, I'm instantly.
Dude,
Rain
I'm
in my
actually so
movie?
happy. I tweeted out my two favorite things were the kiss and rain.
Yeah, I've never seen a rain in a Spider-Man movie, so this is interesting.
Oh, it's such a quintessential element.
That's so cool. Swinging through the
Subway cars.
Watch that spell where you wanted everyone to forget the Peter Parker Spider-Man.
I like this. So like, there's some kind of like time skip,
We
not
started
time skip, but
getting some
like
visitors.
I don't know.
Yeah, something going on.
Time is fast.
Assuming the Daredevil stuff will probably be
Yeah, turn down a little bit.
around that in between, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finally sold on the Blind World. I love this with just the Ock arms.
Hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter. You're not my
Bridge
Peter.
fight.
Hell yeah.
Those people
This
are
is
dead,
cool.
right?
Oh, it's so cool.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
Oh,
What was he
you
carrying?
made up names.
We need to send them back.
Great shot.
Cool.
Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
So they didn't forget?
Please.
Oh
Scooby-Doo
God.
Anyway.
You're flying out.
JK, Gordon.
Woo!
To fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They'll all die fighting Spider-Man.
Did they now? I didn't know that.
Tom just gets disintegrated.
I know, right? Tragic.
Yeah, me too.
So
Don't.
I'm really excited to see
I can't wait to talk about that
There has
too.
to be another way.
Where is it? There are dangers.
Marissa
all around.
Tomei.
Iron Spider.
Gotta take this away from me.
Electro with his mask. I like that.
it. So good.
You're
Statue of Liberty.
I'm gonna love this set piece. Both of these.
You want
Defoe.
while the
Back.
world tries to
Yes.
choose.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone.
Are we going to see Lizard without his lizard form? Is this just gonna be straight up Lizard?
I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
would assume, right?
It depends how far his mutation is, I guess.
I just laughed at this part.
You laughed.
Yeah, I'm like, wait.
Bro, we
Two things.
traumatized.
I'll wait.
What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
I can't
I
stop
can't
it.
stop. That CGI is pretty bad there.
17th,
But,
Oh.
movie theaters. Tickets on sale November 20th.
I laughed at this Zendaya. Oh, freaking hockey. I laughed at the Zendaya part because I'm like, one, she's fine. Two, people want Andrew to save her, and I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's like, what does Andrew have to do with MJ? Nothing.
I think you know full well what it has to do.
No, yeah. If that was Gwen falling, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. This is MJ, somebody he's totally not related to. Let Peter save his girl.
I think he will.
Right? Like, I think he
he
totally will too. But I'm just like, with some help would be great. Like
Yeah, with Andrew's help. That's
Peter
why.
with Andrew's help. I don't want Andrew being the one to catch her and save her. That's what people were saying. It's like I get what people are going for. Like, I couldn't save my girl, but I'll save somebody else's who I have no relation to. It's like, it's a little weird. Like, let Peter save his person.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm sure
it
there's
dips
plenty
into
other
the-
moments that like MJ gets saved by.
It dips
Sure.
into the whole meta knowledge that this movie
Right.
is tapping into, where there's not only a villain from each of the 5 live action movies, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is weird
so-
because what's our MCU
yeah.
villain here?
Right. So it becomes this weird awareness thing where I was like, do I like that or do I not? I don't know. It's like a weird line for me, but it's so interesting.
Yeah.
I
But I'm
was
not
actually surprised how much it was grounded in Peter's decisions in this trailer, and I was glad
me
that
too.
I don't know if I necessarily am on board with it yet, but I think it's really cool that it's like the crux between Peter like wanting to figure out a different way to potentially
Let's dive into that right the fuck now.
yeah, because that was the most interesting thing for me. Was
that's
that
easily
he's-
the most interesting thing when I'm watching the trailer. I'm like, wait, this is so. It took me some time to think about it because, like, I can understand Spider-Man's dilemma here,
Mhm.
but at the same time, every Spider-Man had that dilemma in their respective movies, and every time they had to do what they had to do. Like, I think Andrew, breaking it down, like, he didn't kill the lizard. He tried to save the lizard. Lizard drops by his
Mhm.
own, like, by himself, and he falls into electricity and dies. Electro didn't Spider-Man just straight up kill Electro? Didn't he just like zap? Like,
Wait,
didn't he,
who
like,
found electricity?
No, didn't the lizard fall into like the satellite thing and die?
No,
How'd he die?
he didn't die.
Lizard?
Lizard didn't
Yeah.
die?
No, he didn't die. He was
He
turned
survived?
back. He was turned back into a human, and he
Yeah.
caught Peter from falling off the building because he crushed his web shooters and pulled him back up.
Okay.
And he was locked away for an end credit scene.
Oh wait, you're right. Yeah, I'm thinking of something. I always think he drops in that movie.
I thought he was just crushed in rubble. I don't know.
What the fuck? No.
Does the Gwen's dad fall? Is that the one who falls? Does anybody fall in that movie? How does Gwen's dad die?
He got stabbed
He
with
gets-
lizard's claws.
Yeah,
But no
We
one.
just watched these. How am I forgetting this?
I know,
Oh,
right?
what the fuck?
No, I always have like certain movies for me. I always think something happened, and it's the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah, you're
yeah.
throwing me for a loop. I don't know.
So Lizard didn't die. Electro didn't.
Electro-
How did Electro die?
Okay, so it's interesting because right now, I actually like back on my fucking theory shit. In the movie Amazing Spider-Man 2, Electro gets like overloaded with power.
By Gwen, right?
Right.
Yeah, and Peter. It was a
Yeah.
mix, and then he just sort of like overcharges and it just like fizzles out. But it's
So he
interesting.
kills
'cause,
his
like,
he kills his ass.
he does kill him, but then it gets interesting when I watch this trailer because it looks like because we kept hearing like, oh, Electro's going to be yellow this time, so it's probably a variant. But then like when he first appears in the trailer, he is blue.
Is he?
Yeah, like right, like in that like gauntlet shot with the black suit, like right behind him.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah, in the background. Yeah, he is.
He's also blue in like that like face mask, shot like right before he like charges blue real quick and then he's like mostly yellow. So it's like I feel like it's like a power shift.
It could be a power
balance
shift.
happening.
there.
Yeah. Kind of like how fire's when fire's super hot, it's blue. That kind
Yeah.
of deal.
Hmm.
I mean, Blue Electro was always like the next stage up in like power.
Yeah, people always talk about blue and yellow Electro. Blue, he was blue in the Ultimate Universe, wasn't he? I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure he was blue in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Electro 2.0.
Yeah. But breaking it down for Tobey, like he didn't kill Green Goblin. That was
That was
Norman's,
himself.
that was Norman's own thing.
Ock
Doc
was a
Ock sacrificed. He tried to save him. And then
Sandman never
did-
died.
Never died.
Never
He
died.
Yeah.
straight up murdered Venom, but Venom's like a psychopath.
I mean, he was killing Venom, and then Eddie jumped into it.
Yeah.
And
So, and then Tom Holland has always been about saving his people. Like he's that's what made the ending of Homecoming
Tied
so
up
cool.
Vulture, right?
He risked his life to save the Vulture.
Mhm.
Like he pleaded for him not to like go away. And then in Far From Home, that was all just an accident. Like he gets hit by a stray bullet and Mysterio dies.
Yeah, so let's talk about Ock for a second because I'm really curious now if Doc's gonna have some animosity towards this Peter at first. Does that mean
for sure.
does that mean he's pulled out pre
It has to be.
pre-sacrifice?
That's what I was theorizing.
And not only that, I've been seeing the through line that if he gets sent back, that there would be some knowledge of this Peter before the sacrifice he makes in the original films, which doesn't make sense to me.
Wait, say it again.
So, like,
it's not like it won't be a thing of like recontextualizing the past movies. I think it would just create like a branch reality type thing. It's not.
okay,
changing the
that makes more
existing-
sense because I was like, I don't want it to be where Doc gets pulled out,
You're not recontextualizing, no.
sort of gains this respect for Peter. They have this weird relationship where whatever, and then he gets plopped back, and then he makes a sacrifice because he's like, oh, like whatever. So I don't want it to like retroactively be that. I don't think it will be.
No.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's just like what I've always been theorizing is like before the moment where Peter actually talks to Otto to change his mind. A little before that is when he gets pulled out. It's still a moment in the river because he's like laying in the fucking water.
Yeah.
So it all does like click.
So you think that version of events is still just going to exist, and this multiverse guy that's pulled out from that timeline is just going to be a new branch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think overall it's going to be a new branch because I also think by the time we see Tobey and Andrew, we meet them post all of their films they've already lived through. So they're that stuff that still happened.
Right. And so do you think anyone's going to like go back to their original timelines? Like, how do you
I'm
think
sure
it's gonna like
that's
wrap
the
up in
dilemma,
that
right?
regard?
I'm sure everyone's either going back, or if they don't, then again, it's just like a branch thing.
But that's the dilemma, right? Because I think Doctor Strange in the movie is saying like they got to go back,
Yeah,
and the
but
villains
they
are
have
like,
to
if we go
die.
back, we'll die.
Yeah.
It's their fate.
But
So do you
If
see what
they're-
I'm
if they're
saying
pulled-
though
if they're
about
pulled
the
back
sacrifice?
before-
Then
yeah, I do. But I mean, I think it's still fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's fine. It's fine because it's just, I mean, a lot of people find Endgame's explanations confusing. I don't at all. You just fucking pay
It's just a
attention.
branch.
Yeah, it's just a branch. It's very easy to follow. You're like, I don't get it.
But
Yeah, watch the movie.
if they are pulled out at their different times before they died, how do they
Mhm.
then realize that if they go back, they then die?
Because I think,
Does somebody just Strange like tell them like, "Hey, you'll die if you go back"?
well, okay, so
well,
that's
Goblin's already canonically dead, right? Before when Ock is
Yeah, but he doesn't know that, right? When he gets pulled back, he's not gonna be like, "Hey, Doc, I'm supposed to be dead."
but he would know the Ock would know the Goblin's dead, right?
Sure, like so does Ock tell him like, "Hey,
So
you're dead, dude"?
Ock sees Goblin show up and he's like, "Well, you're dead," and this doesn't make sense, right? Like, I don't know.
Okay,
Does
So
that
you
make
think-
sense, Nathan?
You think they're gonna have that conversation in the movie?
why I don't think Ock knows that about the Green Goblin much.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
right. Like the audience does, not.
I
Ock.
mean, the world itself does not know Norman Osborn.
I was
is the
completely
Green
forgetting.
Goblin.
Yeah, obviously he's not. But we did see sort of maskless Goblin in this trailer, right?
Yeah, when he's swooping
With
down
the
things.
goggles.
Yeah.
Wait, to back to your previous point though, I think the way that they know that they're going to be sent back to their death is because so already we know that there's a full blown imprisonment section for the villains.
Right.
Via Strange's like magic, their prison essentially gets limited down to that cube that Peter's trying to take away.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it suffice to say, I imagine they can hear everything being spoken with outside of the cube.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, so you think
So they're hearing Strange talk
they're gonna
about
be
why.
like, "Hey,
Yeah, they're
and then once they
they're
get back
caught
out,
in,
they're
like,
not
this-
going to want to leave. Is what you're saying.
So
I
this is what
see.
confused me earlier with the rumors and the leaks, and then now seeing it in the trailers. Like,
I think it's at
Is-
least. I think like Norman knowing that uses that to an advantage to round up the villains as the pseudo Sinister Six team, and with him as the
Mhm.
leader, to be like, hey man, our best bet is for us together to go against
which
this
is
Spider-Man.
smart, and also I don't know if the big fight we saw is the third act fight, especially if Goblin is the main villain of the movie.
wait, what do you mean?
Sure.
He-
I don't think the big
he's
fight,
there,
that
though.
3-on-3 fight, is the.
You don't think the final fight is the Statue of Liberty fight?
I don't
Maybe-
know.
Maybe not at like.
There's
most
no
of the
Ock
angles
there.
we
There's no
saw.
Goblin there unless.
Maybe that. Maybe
Oh,
not that
there is a
moment.
shot of
There's
Ock like falling from an explosion. Some
It's
had
like
a
outside
really-
an apartment complex when he's falling.
some had a really cool theory, and I would actually love this. For a lot of the different members of the Sinister Five, is if like they actually do like start like going through their developments in different ways throughout the scene. Like some people suggested maybe Ock can still be sort of like a guiding mentor head for Peter, like
Mentor?
well, Spider-Man 2 was also a similar thing.
Before he turned crazy.
Before he turned crazy, but
Right,
this
but
could
then
be
we
like
get
a
the
reverse
redemption.
thing. Yeah, it could be like a new pseudo redemption thing here. We know, like from the first trailer, it looks like Sandman is protecting Peter from an Electro attack. I imagine the whole reason Sandman's actually teaming up is because, like, again, he doesn't want to die, and
Yeah.
he only
Wants to
reason
get
he got
back,
he wants to get to his daughter. You know, that's like his driving point the whole time. And like, if he's dead and he loses that, he doesn't want to do that.
But Sandman never died in his thing, and if he wants to go back,
Right.
then shouldn't he just like
No,
chill?
he did. But depending on where you take him from that moment, he doesn't know that. He may be thinking, "Oh, Spider-Man will
True.
kill me," or
That's
something.
confusing.
Yeah, this
I
is
guess.
where this movie is so interesting to me because we can't just sit around and be like, you know, like.
Also, to that point, I think what I was saying that is like, I would be really cool to see like the villain start to deconstruct and be like, "Wait, why do this?" And then they breaking away, which crumbles Goblin's plan, and then
Yeah.
he
'cause-
ultimately becomes like the final
The
boss.
guy. Because in
Yeah,
the trailer,
yeah.
it does look like Electro shoots. I know it's kind of like edited like that in the trailer, but I can still see it in the trailer or in the movie being
Well, he
Ock
had a
shooting at Doc Ock, because Doc Ock falls from the apartment complex or something.
And I can also see Electro going through like the being in the same similar characterization, because he has a line in the trailer that says like, "You're not taking this away from me."
Exactly. Yeah.
He's probably again still like Max, who was just like an outcast, who finally has like.
And this gets me all thinking. I would love it if there's a 1v1. If we're gonna have the main villain be Goblin, have the payoff be a 1v1 instead of have like 6 people fighting all at once.
Sure.
I would love if the payoff is like
Tom versus.
Well,
Norman?
I don't know. I don't know who they're gonna center as them. I mean,
I would hate if the finale is like Tobey versus Norman.
No, it's not.
No, but like
I know. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
But yeah, it would be interesting. I do like the idea of these villains getting picked out before their redemption arcs, but still having their redemption arcs in the movie. That'd be interesting. But yeah, going back though to Peter's whole dilemma of wanting to save these villains, it's still interesting because like Peter's whole realization of wanting to save the villains is after Doc Ock destroys an entire highway. I'm like, this guy is a menace, and you want to save him? Like what's Peter's plan here?
I don't know what his plan is.
Nathan, what do you think his plan here is? Like, Doctor Strange, Peter.
What are we gonna reacclimate them into society?
Doctor Strange is saying like, hey, these guys need to go back to their respective universes, which makes sense. Peter's like, no, because then they will die. So Peter's response is to take the cube and do what with it?
Well, okay, so it's interesting because like earlier at a point you guys were making a point that like, obviously you don't like initially you start with like you don't want the villains to like go down this path, but ultimately Spidey's got to do what he's got to do. And I feel like it could be a similar situation here of like, again, Peter doesn't want them to come to harm, but at a point when they're causing so much more harm, especially to his home, he's got to have to like step up. And I think
threatening his friends, like,
and especially by the end of this, I think we can like very much see Tom is just like very much against the villains. So I think it's going to be like a lot of like interesting scenarios. I think there'll even be like some, again, like the villain archetypes start to break down. You could potentially see them, maybe coming to like an acceptance of returning back, whether some maybe like willfully, some against their will, but it's just how it's gonna have to come down. Honestly, as for like the final boss fight, obviously you want it to be like mostly Tom's power against Goblin, even though the team up with all of them would be great. I feel like it could come down to a thing where ultimately it comes to like a battle of like wits, I guess, like to out like smart the fight with Goblin, and maybe there could be like some help with like the Spidey's like here and there, like a shoot a web here to guide him this way, and it all comes together to shoot him back into a fucking portal. And I think it would be like the one cool type of connection to like replace him back, as if like they did that and then they drop Goblin back to where he was taken, and it's the exact moment where he's about to be pierced by the glider in the first movie.
End credits. Oh no!
Did you guys read this whole GQ piece today on Tom Holland?
Yeah, we talked about it before the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just thought it was interesting that he was talking about like that they didn't know how they were gonna end the movie, and like
I feel people say that all the time for every movie.
I know, but it was
Tom Cruise did the same thing for Mission Impossible 5.
No, but it was specifically interesting because he said they were shooting something and he stopped and said, "This is not me. This doesn't make sense." And then they like had to come up with something else for the final climax, whatever.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. And I also wanted to quickly mention that this movie was supposed to be after Doctor Strange originally. And so they had to revamp the entire script around that. And obviously then that, streamlines to probably Doctor Strange having to, revamp itself. And that's probably why there's reshoots going on.
Which is funny because like when I watched the trailers, I wouldn't have gotten that at all. Because
I
watched it and it feels like Strange has not touched the multiverse yet whatsoever.
So yeah, it's all interesting. And once we see both movies, I can't wait to kind of like backwards compatibility and be like, oh wait, I wonder how they were thinking before.
Yeah, I also wanted to say like with the constant like changing of the script here and there, doesn't make me worried whatsoever because Iron Man 1 was 10 times worse than that while they were making the entire thing. They had such a
Yeah.
loose through line.
No, I'm
with
not
this.
saying there's not going to be
Yeah.
a good final product coming out of it. It's always interesting to hear that because
Yeah.
and the other detail in there was that they were about to start shooting, and because of COVID and multiple other factors, they didn't even have everybody signed on yet.
Yeah,
Which is crazy that
and
they're
one of the
committing
quotes-
to all these people, obviously.
And one of the quotes was like, either we have everyone or no one. Like,
Which
it was
is
such a make it break. Like, oh.
Yeah, because for example, imagine like you just don't get William Dafoe. Like you can't just like what do you do?
You don't. You know, what are you gonna do? Get Dane DeHaan? I like, but like.
So it made me just realize like
you'd have been fine with that.
The stakes of the whole thing that like that how many people are in this movie and imagining just like all the pieces coming together. It's kind of just still surreal.
I think that quote is a little bit like, if you couldn't get the lizard, yeah, you'd be fine.
I'm assuming it was probably maybe
Listen,
it was
you'll be fine. Nobody's talking about the lizard. Sorry.
Now
lizard
I'm curious
dude.
if his human form is gonna be in it.
I doubt it now that I'm thinking about it. They'll probably just CGI him.
IMDb says the guy that
it's funny because like they're still using Thomas Hayden Church's facial likeness for Santa.
They
I
are.
wonder. I imagine at a point he is gonna like be more human form. I think the
right
Prison League preview effects had him in like a human state. But...
And that quote though is like we need the scheduling conflicts. I'm like, who is difficult to grab? Probably Defoe the most. Or
it's COVID, you know.
I know, but it's like in terms of upcoming projects. Who's
sure?
Or maybe
Toby, what are you doing, buddy?
Keep in mind, maybe somebody didn't want to come back. I don't know. I don't know what Toby felt about all this.
I think Toby probably didn't want to come back, but I think the quote talked about like scheduling and stuff like that. But,
I mean, didn't Toby like for a while just like wasn't acting?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I think he was on the verge of just like I'm kind of just done. Like I don't really.
Yeah.
And then I also think like of like the like actors on actors interview with Andrew and how he was like breaking down his experience with Spider-Man and just like. You know, at the end of the day, it's kind of just like a machine with, you know, the highest bidder type thing.
So maybe it was one of them. I don't know.
But I think for Andrew, though, he was nervous of the Sony of it all. But, like, people always talk about when you go to the Marvel headquarters, it's like you feel so comfortable and you feel at home in terms of, like, confident that the result isn't going to be, like, what happened with the Amazing Spider-Man.
I always
2.
wonder how, like, Feige goes to approach, like, these, like, big, like, stars to convince them to be like, does he go in like so passionate? Like, I really think we have some great. Or does he go in like?
Or does he tell them what the pitch is?
Or
like,
does he go in and he's just like, look, man, I know it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, stop bullshitting me. Yeah.
But look, the pay's gonna be great. You barely gotta do anything.
Yeah, I think for
CG
Andrew,
your entire costume, it's fine.
Because there's some great interviews with Andrew being like broken down by like what happened with Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I think it takes like one conversation to be like, that's not what's going to happen under the MCU. Like, say what you want about the MCU movies and how like the negatives of them, but it's like you're not going to get a product like Amazing Spider-Man 2 where you get so many cooks in the kitchen. It's just not how Feige runs things. So I think that's really I really like gave Andrew some comfortability to come back and do this.
I think
I think honestly Defoe was the hardest one. Defoe's in a lot of projects like Nightmare Alley. Like he had a lot of stuff scheduled up. So I think
but he takes like everything. Like I don't
exactly
I
right.
don't think...
So I think it's hard for him to like, dude, Defoe, you do everything. Give us like 2 months in a Green Goblin suit and you'll be fine.
Maybe it was Molina. Hell, it might have been.
What's Molina doing? Promising Young Woman 2? He's fine.
2.
Hey, he's married to
I know, yeah, he has a great wife.
Frozen director. What's her name?
Jennifer
Holland.
White.
Is
Jennifer
she
Lee.
really?
Jennifer Lee.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I just watched the doc, so I'm like, what?
You know, those box office bonuses for her must be that's a small fortune for those two movies.
I don't think at all this.
I love
I've been seeing
AJ,
this running around too
but,
that like, oh, they're gonna subvert it and like pass the torch. Like I'm like this movie has enough to do. Like let's just chill for a second.
We do have like a lot on our plate. I think like that's more down the line of the College Trilogy. Than
I was talking to Nathan about it before the podcast, and Tom's like,
all smoke, baloney. I don't believe a
10
single
years.
second.
And I was the meme too. Is like he started dating Zendaya, and now he's out of it.
Yeah, and he wants to go buy apartments and like whatever.
Tom, you're going to be 40 playing Spider-Man. You're fine.
Well, no, I think it's just like I believe him in a sense that like when he said when he's 30, he's 25 right now. He's got 5 more years. It's fine.
30's young.
It is young,
30's
but
so young.
I mean, he.
Simu Liu who started Shang-Chi and is 32.
I know, but I
Like,
think Tom
he's
started when he was
fine.
like 19. Man, that's almost half his life. Like,
You don't hear Timothy Chalamet saying this shit.
what? Oh man, Timothy's also just getting like constantly like friend zone blasted in public from the day.
That's effed up.
I know.
But the amount of times Timothy mentioned Tom Holland during his Dune interviews is very
So
funny.
good.
Obviously you like Tom Holland, so it's in there. It was just very awkward. But I think Tom is going to continue acting well into his 30s and 40s. He'll be fine. But also
I
like,
mean,
the whole Spider-Man like 10 years thing is BS. BS. It was funny. I like reading it, but it's just BS. And going back to the Miles Morales of it all, Miles probably not going to be in this movie. Maybe mentioned. It's like because we all thought the whole Avengers Endgame 5-year timescape was really going to help out with the Miles Morales development. Like he's already aged up now 5 years to catch up there. But you'll probably get your Miles at the end of his college trilogy. Stop talking about Miles in live action. We have an animated movie with Miles. You'll be fine.
There was actually like a really interesting thing people were pointing out by like the last shot of this trailer, with like the purple dimension opening in the sky, kind of like was mirroring some SpiderVerse like imagery, the way it was being painted, which I thought was pretty cool. Like the splotchiness of it, just like creeping out. I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I think I agree with you, Evan, that because I think Spider-Verse will be a trilogy, obviously, right? They're gonna do.
Hopefully, give me 20,000 Spider-Verse movies.
That's
I'm
a
just
lot
saying.
of manpower.
I'm just saying in Miles'
Give or
core
take.
arc in the animation, will hopefully be.
As a
three
newfound
movies.
Where's this
animator, I'm crying.
I know it took them like it's been 2018, right? So it's gonna be like 5 years. But where's my Spider-Gwen spinoff? Remember they talked about that after
I thought
the
that
movie
was
came
coming,
out?
or maybe it's not.
I still want that to come out. But
I
either
love
way,
it.
Spider-Verse really was a blueprint in terms of how you do a great ensemble movie. But I hate saying that. I know.
I know.
But do an ensemble movie, but keep it grounded. And what I've seen from the trailers is like it's they're really focusing on Peter. In both times, that surprised me. Given
Yeah,
how
me
many
too.
rumors, and it shouldn't because it's called Spider-Man. But like, given all the rumors with Andrew and Tobey, I keep thinking they're going to be more.
It's taking over everything.
I think it's taking over everything. But it's like you have to remember that this is Tom's movie, and hopefully the movie remembers that too. And giving them both the trailers, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Tom's movie, and like we talked about earlier with the final duel between Tom and some villain or whatever, whether it's Green Goblin, Doc Ock, or whatever. Just like in Spider-Verse, the final duel was so beautiful with Miles going against Kingpin's like a great fight scene. So hopefully Tom gets to do something like
and
that.
you wonder similarly when those farewells are going to be lined up where they are, depending on how they part ways.
Because the farewells in Spider-Verse is just like perfect. You're like, take a leap of faith and just beautiful.
So you wonder if one or all of them are going to be pre the final battle, and then he really has to come into his own, because that's what's so beautiful about Spider-Verse.
Yes, I would love that. I don't think they're going. I'm not confident they're going to do that. I think they want to have like all three of them. You get a punch, you get a punch, you get a punch, and they defeat the final villain or whatever.
I mean, I think it's going to ultimately be like a big celebration of all of them. Come the end. You know what's funny is like obviously it's not going this way. Obviously, we know. It's funny because like my initial theory before we got any footage at all was or leaks or anything, like my hope that I was selling Evan on was like, hey, maybe it is all just Tom's movie, and then we're sprinkling in some Spider-Verse stuff for a Spider-Verse film after this. And obviously that's not what they're doing. But if you just look at these two trailers that they're marketing, it feels like that's what they're doing. It's like it's how it looks. It's not what they're doing, but it looks like
I think they just want to obviously save it for the theaters, even though everybody and their mom knows that there's going to be multiple Spider people in this movie.
TV spots.
You can't just bring obviously everyone's thinking you can't just bring the villains when you obviously the other people fall through too.
Odd,
I think they'll have to reveal it before the movie comes out, TV spots or whatever.
I don't know.
It's gonna happen. It's Sony.
And you
There
would
are
think
a lot of like time.
you would think they'd want to get them all on a press tour together. Can you imagine just their interviews together?
It would be phenomenal. Imagine a Wired auto interview.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they'll do that like the week after or something. But
I like
this.
this.
It feels like a missed opportunity.
I'm sorry. Did I
That was so
expose
random.
myself? Did I expose
But-
myself? To
Imagine a Wired interview with Tobey and
They're
I-
fucking fun.
I say all of this.
What does
I say
Google
all of
about-
this like, but then I realize how invested we are in all these things. We're like, for example, like I was watching Eternals the other week, and like the IKEA joke comes up. I'm like, ah, here we go again, and people are like laughing about it for the first time. Like, holy shit, you've never heard this before? Like,
Now get ready for that for Scooby Doo.
yeah, I'm
that
sure
has
there
to be
will
taken
be.
out of the movie at this point. It's so bad.
It really
won't,
is.
though.
They doubled down on it.
They doubled down.
They just lingered.
And no, somebody had to look at the joke, laugh about it, and put it in the trailer. Like
I am
think
sitting. I am
if this
sitting
wasn't
here.
in the trailer, I would be fine with it. But
I am sitting here, and I'm
jeez.
like, we're not seeing Toby and Andrew, but we it's 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
We got.
It is so bad. Even the whole Zendaya point where it's like, well, you could say please, like stop.
Now
stop.
I'm a big Scooby Doo fan.
Me too.
I don't
Huge.
know what the fuck he's talking about.
What does it mean?
I don't know what they mean.
Like-
Again, not only I keep making this fucking meme of Scooby Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed because all the fucking monsters are unleashed. But like, I doubt that's specifically what Strange is going for.
It's like I think he's trying to say like, oh, you're a group of teenagers, you're investigating shit, but that's like the bare minimum for Scooby Doo. It's like
You're the fucking sorcerer. Help!
yeah, help us
Yeah,
out,
what are
motherfucker.
you talking about, motherfucker? You open a portal.
You want us to fucking split up for clues? What are we doing?
Yeah, why do you need our help? Yeah, why do you need Zendaya and Jacob's help? Like, what did they do?
Where'd Wong go? Why is your sanctum snowy?
Oh, speaking about Zendaya and what's his best friend's name in the movie?
Ned.
What's his- Ned. Such a Spider-Man fan, but it looks like after the spell, like it does successfully. Like he automatically goes to his friend. They already knows, like they know that he's Spider-Man, and everybody else doesn't. So it seems
They're
like
with him in the basement and stuff.
yeah. So it looks like they get back together fairly quickly. Because it was a question I had prior to the trailer and with rumors of it all. I'm like, how much is Zendaya in it after the spell? I'm like, is it going to turn into a Peter, Tom, and the 3 Spider-Man thing without Zendaya? But it looks like
But then
Zendaya's
they were.
throughout
It looks
the whole
like they're
movie.
looped in somehow very quickly.
Yeah, so I guess like the spell happens, he runs out and finds them, and then brings them back to the thing.
I mean, they're like the closest people to Peter, so they're probably like equally being like harassed by media and stuff.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
I'm very curious. Yeah, the aftermath, the initial aftermath of the spell, because it looks like he comes back to Doctor Strange.
And will
and-
there be permanent
yeah.
consequences after all of this? Will Strange have to do something to kind of close this all up?
I think so.
Yeah, like they have to go back to the original timeline.
Yeah.
There's no way they stay in the MCU.
And so,
It's
what does
like-
that aftermath look like in terms of just the universe for Peter? I don't know.
Great question. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess. Yeah, Nathan.
Well, one more day, kinda. I think it's ultimately just going to be like one big reset. But some like proper spell cast. Reset where the villains go back. Like reset. It's probably going to be like a very intangible thing that like it's like this is. There's a specific shot in the trailer where like Peter and MJ like have like this kiss in front of like a very like
Diner or whatever.
No, it's like the sun's in the background. It's just them. The space is empty and it's just them. And I think that's
In the trailer.
Yeah, and I think that's actually going to be in like the end of the movie. I think that's probably like the last time they like share a moment before like the whole like erasure. Of
before
it.
they forget for real.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then maybe go to that scene we saw on the set pictures.
There's so much I could break. Can we 0.25 this game?
Yeah, let's 0.25 this mother. Let's Scooby Doo this. I still don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
But you keep quoting it, and that's all they wanted.
Did any of them watch Scooby Doo? What's the Scooby Doo?
Is this all just a nod to James Gunn? Is this?
What's New Scooby Doo is on my shit. I love that show.
Oh, it's the best intro, probably.
It was a bop. Yeah. It's between the classic and the What's New.
We'll just mute this.
You just mute it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, captions maybe. But,
I don't know. It's like not captions.
No cap. Well, I think for some reason I don't think Sony has it, but I think Marvel. Oh, it's weird. Whatever.
They have it on like the Twitter, which is so weird. But we don't need caps. We watched it a million times already.
I know what they're saying. Rain.
Oh my god, that shot is so long in 0.25.
It's so good. There we go.
Hey, Jonah Jameson.
That's such a great imagery. The fact that they did that.
Honestly, a better Photoshop than most of their posters.
All right. Yeah. Fuck, we've seen this. We're in 0.25 and we just been. Oh yeah, a lot of the times in the sequence, Tom's eyes, his lenses remain super wide, which we don't normally see.
I like it.
It's a great look, yeah. I think especially his final suit.
Right there.
Yeah, that looks good.
They're super wide. I actually like
that. Just looks like the fucking on set.
He just falls to the ground to go fuck.
Anyway, I like this. This reminds me of one of the levels I played. This looks like one of the levels I played in the video game. One of the video games. But yeah, it's just it's cool. Spidey swinging in the subway.
Columbia logo, great.
Great stuff as always.
As always.
A classic.
The Sanctum, my poster.
I see the birds and I'm just like, Matrix trailer.
So pause. So is Ice now in the? So is this? So this is before the spell. This is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because there's a point where it's before the spell or after the spell, and I'm trying to line
This
them
is
up.
this is before. I mean, yeah, he's narrating. He's basically narrating the first
Trailer.
When you came here in the first trailer. That's the actual dialogue.
Yeah. That's funny.
So he comes here by himself beforehand, and then afterwards he comes with his friends.
Well, the world forget Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I don't know why he says it weird.
Now here, this dialogue right here, they're talking about when you messed up, or I don't know.
Yeah, here it goes. It's rippling out. Couple of new shots here. Some we've seen. I do like
You're
this.
floating there?
A little bit, yeah. He looks like Strange trying to contain it,
Yeah.
but it's too late. It already branched out. Started getting visitors from every universe, he says.
Yeah.
Gobby.
So weird. We keep seeing Doc Ock versus Peter on this bridge, but no Goblin on this bridge.
I'm pretty sure Goblin's gonna interrupt it, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that shot of him flying down is what we've seen a bit.
Which also, this is going to be the first time
Right
Norman
there.
encounters Ock.
The bridge.
Good stuff.
Godzilla is killing people and we don't know why.
Right. This sequence
Great,
looks
dude.
like it's going to be a blast.
Crazy.
Somebody told me.
So
This
he
is-
was swinging there in a sunset. So this
Yeah, it's
I
funny.
don't know.
I wasn't really sold a lot of the time on the black and gold suit, but I finally am now. I think it looks great.
Somebody told me the black and gold suit is the red and black suit turned inside out.
It is, yeah.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
what does that mean?
Well, you kept going on what's this green slime? A fucking Mysterio supporter threw paint on him, so it got ruined. So he had to turn inside out.
And it's black and gold. on the
What?
inside.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what you're talking about this whole time?
Yeah,
That
that's
he turned
it's
it
fine.
inside
It's
out?
not- yeah, it's fine.
I thought it was a different suit.
Me too.
How is it so detailed on the other side?
I just saw it on Twitter.
There's wires
Yeah.
and there's loose wires and shit. It's kind of cool.
This is
Oh,
cool.
oh shit! So Peter's actually missing nanotech. So it's like
Yeah.
fucking Iron Man Infinity War. We have to
Yeah,
choose
he's
where
missing it
goes.
on his chest.
That's a cool detail. I didn't
Yeah.
notice that. God, these tentacles
Boom.
are great. That's dope. Sponsored by Nissan.
So cool.
Ray Skywalker.
Well, I love that suit, the Iron Spider suit. So good.
I like it a lot. I like it more than most, I guess. Thanks, Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know if people like it. Hello, Octavia. That's your name. Oh. I think
So is this the containment thing you're talking about? that they had?
yes.
Yeah, at least if it's not yet, they're all going to be. This is very much Stranger's basement.
So let's break this down then. So we assume during the bridge fight we see Ock appear, then we see Norman appear. Now
now
we
I'm
see just Ock in this containment suit. Does Norman escape? And then they just capture. Does Doctor Strange come in and capture Ock? Because
think
I always
their
talked about, are we
escape-
going to see Doctor Strange capture these villains in live action?
Right, because he could capture
Yeah,
them so
no,
easily.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he probably does. He's probably going to catch them with ease, but then they're going.
Are we going to
like,
see him do that? That's the thing. Is there going to be
probably after the bridge encounter, if I were to guess.
is there going to be a time skip
Um,
where it's like a montage of him collecting Lizard, Ock, Norman?
I can see it. Also, I didn't like piece together. So like, okay, so when Peter's wearing the suit on the bridge, I'm not saying he's Tobey, like that weird theory.
Oh,
but,
the suits.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
No, what I'm saying is like now that I'm thinking about it, I think like through the course of events, Tom's probably in that suit because he's coming from like some sort of court hearing, probably going through some stuff. And,
That's a good point.
I think he's probably talking to like
because that shot on the highway,
huh?
he's with May in the car. Remember from the first trailer where it does like that Spidey sense shot?
May's not in the car.
May's
I
not
think,
in that
I think
car.
It's,
Oh.
I think it's
random
some
black lady.
Yeah, she may be like someone.
Miles' mom?
I thought.
No, I think she's probably somebody like law or attorney affiliated. And then,
But how does that work in terms of timeline? So Strange does the spell and he still goes to court?
no, well,
Oh yeah, that makes
well,
sense.
no, it probably is. No, what I think is probably gonna happen is like he comes to Strange, does a spell, it gets botched. Strange is pissed and he's like, "Get the fuck out of my house." And then Peter's got to fucking finish his shit, so he does that.
So
and he's
yeah,
like,
because
he's
the
going
spell
to the
didn't
bridge.
work, right?
Yeah,
It does work though, right?
it doesn't work at all. No.
So people still remember. Everybody still remembers who he is.
Yeah.
At this point, yes, very much.
Yeah, it just
After
breaks
the
the
spell.
multiverse.
Okay.
And I think he's probably still doing the court stuff, and then like somewhere in
Okay,
between
okay.
going through, maybe he's on his way to a court thing, and then bridge attack, fucking Ox here, and then Goblin's here, because then also you see late, like in the first trailer, he's still in that suit when like fucking Lizard goes to slash him, but he's in the containment. So I think it's just like a
Right.
rolling effect of things.
Oh, Nathan, you made it clear.
Thank you,
I get it now.
Larry here with my fucking like courtroom fucking glass.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because I was always confused. I'm like, why does he go to court if he's in this thing? So, but okay, so yeah, so the spell completely
I see
does
the
not
vision.
work.
Finally, finally, I'm hurt.
Yeah. We'll pause it again. So again, you're saying, Nathan, like we're gonna see Doc Ock capture these, or we're gonna see Doctor Strange capture these villains. It just seems like a weird sequence to me. I'm so confused about that part.
Well, I think he's gonna get overwhelmed.
I think even more so at this point because like of the dialogue they're having, they're just like, "This is how it is." I gotta send it back.
It seems like it already happened when he's talking to Peter, which is why I asked, like, is the movie just gonna focus on Peter, or are they gonna do like this is while Peter's at court, Doctor Strange is fighting the Lizard, that kind of thing.
And I think so. Okay, so what I think is probably like the course of action now is like when Peter steals the cube, which we get to later. That's when the villains are gonna break out, and I don't think the multiverse stuff stops at Peter. I'm sure there's more stuff branching out. Maybe some new info from Wong. I don't know. That's probably going to be a thing where like Strange needs to step away to handle some stuff, and that's why he's like Scooby-Doo shit because I need you guys to just fucking like deal with the shit.
Yeah, it's bigger than just Peter and the villains, obviously.
What would he tell them to deal with? What do you guys think he's like saying? Go deal with.
I don't know. Just like all right, round them up, man, please. Like, and I think that's also why Strange is just like, I gotta go. Here's some gauntlets, bit of enhancement. Please.
Okay. I thought I had another question. Never mind. Continue, go.
I'll answer
them. Slow motion laugh.
Oh,
wow.
another second question.
Okay.
So is Peter's dilemma with not killing the villains? Is it going to happen like around this point right here when they're joking around, and then, or like, is it going to happen where it's like?
I think they'll have like a scene like just.
I love that crossbow he has.
Well, there is like more of the scene a little later on when Ock is talking about like you're fighting ghosts and stuff, and then he appears like, what do you mean? And I think he's getting more. Yeah, it's cool.
So is this the same?
I think that this probably is the
power poles.
Someone had like a cool idea that like, what if that is like the end of the movie as well with the three Spider-Men like swinging together, which would be a cool moment.
That's cool. So he is blue here initially.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just the power surging from.
Yeah, it could be supercharged. I don't know.
No MJ and Tom, no MJ and Ned in this scene. Is Tom like there's a power surge going on in Upper Manhattan? Let me go figure some out by myself.
Oh, I forgot. There. Peter has a phone strapped to his chest.
Oh, I just thought maybe it's Ned.
Maybe. But I think it's probably because I don't know, maybe his speakers are on the outside of the suit, so you can't communicate properly.
That's kind of funny.
But he's probably like, I have my Doctor Strange powers now. Let me go fight this Electro guy by myself.
Yeah.
And
I guess so.
I don't know.
He's definitely like, he's gonna need the enhancements for.
Do you
something.
Yeah,
think
and
his-
what do these gauntlets do? Like, what do you think they?
don't know.
They could. Maybe they're supposed to do what Strange does initially to
Capture
round them up. I don't know. Maybe he has to like flip them correctly to
Like
like stun them or something.
like a sealing thing, a sealing
Stealing spell or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mobilize them or something.
Uh-huh. Do you think his friends are on board with the whole "don't kill the villains" thing?
I don't think they really have time to process as much as Peter does. I think it's mostly internal for him.
Okay.
Especially when like Peter and Strange are suddenly fucking fighting, and I guess MJ and Ned get left in the fucking basement.
I would love it to
Yeah,
be framed as a
I was gonna ask
dilemma
that.
through MJ, maybe of like, hey, if this is a chance for us to go back to normal, don't you want to just go back to normal? Like, if
But
we
then-
can send them back and kind of reset, maybe MJ kind of is like, hey,
But
like,
then-
you got to send them back. We want our life back. Like,
And then Tom would be like, "But if I do that, then you'll forget that I'm Spider-Man."
something along those
And
lines.
she'll be like, "We gotta do what you gotta do."
So that may be interesting.
I would like
Not-
that from MJ for her to be like, even if I have to forget that you're Spider-Man, I'll still realize that you're Peter, and that's why I fell in love with you
Good,
in the
and
film.
that way it's more she's
Yeah.
more active in the plot, which I was
and not
really
just falling
hope
off
so.
of buildings.
I do like the idea of MJ, being a big influence on that. But I also like the idea of Tom coming to that conclusion himself in the sense of, the whole aspect of great power.
Yeah, and I think he will. But I mean,
Mhm.
it's in maybe it's through May or somebody else.
Maybe it's through
you know.
Tobey.
Maybe it's through Tobey.
They have 40 minutes of screen time, guys.
Look, Evan, you make fun, but I mean, when you break it down with like 3 different versions of Peter all communicating, like that's good fucking retrospective.
It's fine.
I like this little activation.
It's
Electro in the background, so cool. Great
Trey
shot.
posted this
beautiful.
GIF in like 4K. It looks so good. Oh, we're
Oh
here.
no, yeah,
We're
here we
here.
are. We're here, man. You can hear the pain in
Yeah.
Benedict's voice. He was like, "I went from Power of Dog to this shit." No,
I
I'm
was
kidding.
motherfucker was in the imitation game, and now look where we are.
I know. I love the imitation game.
That was great.
What is this framing? It's so weird.
It's so
Wait,
yeah,
this
this
is
whole
the
thing.
Wait, this is the fucking like first photo that came out.
It is. Oh, yeah, where they're all pointing to Doctor Strange.
There's this fucking shadow.
So this is after the spell is like messed up. He brings
Yeah,
his
yeah.
friend back to the sanctum,
Yeah,
and this is where they get the whole. This is what you guys need to do thing.
for sure. Yeah.
How many times did they go back and forth with the sanctum? Because there's this scene. There's the one where he asks Doctor Strange, and that's when there's another one where he takes the box.
I think this is probably. This could also be before Electro
What-
gets here.
I'm so
'cause it's
curious
like-
about these power lines, man. He's just like going uptown. Like, what is he doing?
Yeah, what's
up
that
there?
sequence? Yeah, this Christmas, cool.
Because this looks like obviously in town. There's a bugle van. There's
Sandman,
Do
Electro.
you think this is? Do you think this is a Sandman and Electro fight of one another?
maybe? Pause it.
Is this
pause it
at the
here.
Bugle's like headquarters?
Pause it here. Pause it. Pause it. Pause it.
Maybe.
Are
we back?
in this whole sequence, later in the trailer, we see Ock get thrown off a building, like one of these buildings.
Oh, around
Like,
here?
Yeah. So
Interesting.
Ock's here, Goblin, not Goblin, maybe Goblin. Ock's here, Sandman, and Electro confirmed. 3 of them are here. There's an explosion and Ock starts falling off a building. We could see, like as we talked about, like, the redemption arc for Ock and one of them.
Yeah. So is this separate than or is
He
this
really
him
be
going
speaking
out?
on these. Yeah.
I think
don't
it's
know.
an out of order sequence of stuff. I think
Yeah,
he's
I think
just-
this
I think
is
he's
going-
swinging at sunset. It starts to get late,
Starts to get late.
and then Electro appears. Also, I think someone like theorized also maybe the gauntlet could be like an indicator when one of the villains is near, and that's why it's like activating.
Oh,
Which would be cool.
the gamma radiation. Gross.
Hey Carson, the fucking Sting blade in Lord of the Rings, glowing blue orcs near.
So pause it here. So in this we start talking about like, wait a second.
What do you mean
might-
ghosts? Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean ghosts? And this is where I talked about like, in this scene, are his friends going to be like, yeah, whatever he says, it's BS. But so then
Probably. I mean, they're probably just like, who's-
Oh, what? Because it's Melina voiceover, right?
this is Melina's
Yeah.
voiceover. He's talking to Melina in the scene. Maybe I don't know. It looks.
And
no,
so
actually,
Melina says the all ghost line,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is interesting because how
Is
You know
this
what
the
I
same
mean?
scene, Nathan?
If
'Cause
he
look at-
hasn't
look at the
died yet,
background.
if he hasn't died yet,
It's
how
like-
does Melina put together
Hold
that
on.
they all died from Spider? I guess they'll talk. But...
Hold on, Evan, are you asking is this the same scene like earlier when they were talking
Yeah.
rock?
Because the background kind of confused me for a second.
Yeah, it's well,
It's,
yeah,
it's still the bottom of the sanctum.
it's
Yeah, but notice
Well,
that
I'm
Ned,
thinking-
Ned doesn't
it
have his Letterman
is.
jacket on.
no, it. Yes, true, but I mean,
He
they
just
are
take it
wearing the
off.
same clothes. Yeah, you could just take it off. I think it is because they have that on-set photo where like they have Strange's basement, and then outward more, it's more like a rocky texture. So it's probably a mix of like set of the two.
Okay, yeah, I'm just
Okay,
double-checking.
back
But
to
yeah,
my
go
question.
back to your question.
Okay, yeah.
How does Melina know that they were all killed by Spider-Man? How is he now self-aware of that fact, even though
good.
he... Does that make sense?
That's
'Cause
no, yeah, yeah.
It
It's a
looks
good
like
question.
a pre-conversation,
I-
pre-box thing.
Yeah, it is. That is fair. I'm not entirely sure. Now, okay, I theorize that maybe Norman and Co. like hear it while they're trapped in the box, but maybe Strange is also like, fuck it, like, hey man, like you got to go back. I don't. It's
Yeah.
how it is. I don't
Funny,
know.
funny you say that. It happened on Survivor today. This guy came up to this girl, was like, "So you're going home tonight?" And she was like, "Oh, okay." And then the guy ended up going home, not her. But he got blindsided.
Strange is going home in the multiverse of madness.
I would say this could be a clue for that. No, I'm kidding.
CBS partners with ABC.
I would love it. But so yeah, I'm very curious how that works, Carson. I wonder if Ock comes on it on his own, because I really don't want it to be. Because another scenario could be like they really did get him out of the river.
You know what's
Because if they got him out of the river, then he would know that he was about to die.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why
But
maybe...
we all think it's not from the river, because we all think that that's crazy.
But I
If it was
mean,
from the
him-
river, why would it be bad?
Yeah, but also if he's talking about the line of like ghosts in general, I mean that kind of makes it sound like he's talking about more than just himself.
Other people, not himself.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting
What
at.
I love is that I know too much about this movie, and there's still points where I'm like, but how does the flow
Yeah.
go?
Well, and I guess we're also understanding he is a scientist. I mean, maybe they talk a little bit and they figure out like, hey, doesn't really make any sense, blah, blah, blah.
They're both doctors.
I'm sure there's more of a natural conversation that happens. So
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, Otto the guy is like very philosophical and stuff. He's a very intellectual mind, so there's a lot of.
Maybe he's like, Strange, did you guys try reversing the polarity? Maybe that would help.
Do you think there's any stuff with the nanotech that like carries over some knowledge into the arms that communicate to Ock's brain?
Maybe. That's a stretch, though.
Granted, I don't know what the fuck the nano.
What else do-
know,
What is
but,
it? What is it good for with the nanotech? Maybe it just makes his arm stronger.
MCU fucking knowledge. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's great. It's honestly just intriguing to think of like the great mind of Otto Octavius within like the world of the MCU. That's a great combination. Dangerous.
Right?
So-
It also goes into one of the negatives of No Way Home from the beginning. It's like, I would love to see an MCU-born Doc Ock
sure.
in the world of like post-Iron Man. Like this guy would be one of the strongest or smartest people in the world
Mhm.
post-RDJ. So, but maybe that's for a later time.
Sure.
But yeah. Seems like Carson's still talking. But yeah, I do like seeing these three together. Because I did fear early on that after the spell, they're not going to be in it as much, but I was completely wrong. I think they're going to be in it for the long haul, which is good. I like seeing the trio together before we get the big trio of Tobey and Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carson, you back?
yeah, sorry, Kelly's right here. I was just
You're good.
chatting.
Good.
She said she just watched the trailer actually
Oh, cool.
for the first time.
Did she also understand the Scooby-Doo joke, or?
Did you not like the Scooby-Doo joke?
That's fine.
It was fine.
She's like
My one takeaway from the trailer is that Ned and MJ are both hanging, and I don't know if they're both gonna survive.
They're fine.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna die.
I
People
love.
keep thinking Happy's going to die now after this trailer.
I don't think so.
I mean,
What-
they could kill Ned off. They killed Emma off.
Go. Do you have your phone?
They killed Emma off.
I love.
Yeah,
how-
but there's gonna be multiple Spider-Men, right?
But if they kill Emma, that was a bad decision, though. So they shouldn't do that.
I love how Kelly's like in frame as much as Andrew's clipped arm.
That's what I was just gonna bring up there. Go to 228 on the trailer. Actually, I mean we can go to 220.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Uh,
Yeah, man.
Well, we'll
be
get
there
there,
in,
but
10 minutes.
I'll keep playing.
Please.
Iron Spider.
This
again.
is the greatest shot I've seen in
bridge.
this movie of Iron Spider. That was great. This is gonna be a fun as hell sequence. I know we've just seen constant stuff from it, but it's gonna be so good.
Is it gonna be as good as the train scene from Spider-Man 2?
Borderline? I don't know. I mean, I don't think anything could.
Pumpkin
Peter
bomb.
just disintegrated.
I guess the armor protects, and that integrated suit is looking great. That is.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on there. Is that same Daily Bugle?
It's
I-
that same scene with the apartments.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
I know. I think I know what happens in that scene, but I will refrain from.
You think people think Happy dies in that scene?
I don't think Happy dies in that scene.
You think Aunt May dies in that scene?
Anyway.
You think Aunt May dies?
think-
There's no way Aunt May dies.
Well, I think we'll fucking reverse it, but I mean, I think like at the
0%
point in
chance.
time-
Oh, don't do the reverse death thing. Don't do the reverse death thing.
Oh, but you would want it for Emma.
Oh, Kelly.
Yes.
Kelly's
Cool.
still on the theory that it's not Doctor Strange.
Oh no.
No. Oh,
Uh,
do you guys know there was like a fucking
They said
15-second TV spot?
It's not Doctor Strange.
No, they said
It
that
is.
was your theory.
There's a 15-second TV spot already
So
a
Doctor
day
Strange would
later
be that
with more from
like-
this scene.
Okay, say
irresponsible.
about the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, why?
What? What's her
she's
question?
talking about Doctor Strange. She's saying would Doctor Strange be that irresponsible with the spell?
Well, Doctor Strange would have it on August. Peter's fucking like constant add-ons to it that it made it unbalanced.
Yeah.
I think in the first place, Doctor Strange's spell was very.
Can you unplug?
illogical.
I can't hear them.
I think Doctor Strange's spell in the first place. I had the same question as Kelly when I first watched the first trailer. I'm like, why in the hell would he do that in the first place? But I think the director John Watts, he teased that like Doctor Strange at the height of his powers post Endgame, so he feels very confident in doing this spell. That's why he feels so confident, like he can easily help out Peter.
And I think
It's
he
just-
could have nailed it.
I think he could have nailed it too.
I think he
but,
will
you
by
know.
the end.
Exactly. So I think that's why it's like he's so strong at this point. What can't he do? I guess we'll see that in Doctor Strange too. But like he's so powerful. Of course, he can help Peter here, and he's friends with Peter. So it's like I think he wants to help him. It is a little bit in and out of character, whatever interpretation you want to do. But I think in the end, like Nathan says, it's obviously going to work in the end. So he's gonna be proven right in a way.
Yeah, real quick. There's a great. This sequence is like really fun. There was a 15-second clip that came out today.
I saw that, yeah.
Of this where like Peter's trying to swing away with the cube, but like where he shoots the web, Strange opens a portal and Peter catches his own fucking leg, so he's just stuck there.
And he
It's so
says
good.
like, "This is why I'm not having children."
Yeah, that's why I never. He's stuck in this position right now. It's so good.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, this is why I'm never having kids. It's a great line. And that's a great line, not the one before that. I think it's called Scooby Doo.
So,
Talk.
I was confused. So when he said like they'd have to die, was he talking about the other Spider-Man would have to die?
The villains.
No, the villain, like the from the past movies that we watched.
Why would they have to die? Why can't they go back to their universes?
Because
That's what happened to him.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, because in their universes they died.
And the inner universes they die, so obviously they don't want to.
Should have finished our commentaries.
It's kind of like in Avengers Endgame, Cap had to bring the stones to their original location.
Yeah.
Strange has to bring those to their original location. In that original location, they die. It won't happen to the Spider-Man because when they go back, they're still alive. So there's no issue. There's one of them, Moon or Neptune, whatever his name is, Lupin.
Neptune.
Neptune.
I was close.
Please get a cat named Neptune.
Zeus, Lupin, one of them.
Zeus. Good cat name.
You know, I would have loved to name my cats after Greek mythology, but Carson picked
great.
Lupin first. So.
Carson loopholed Moon for another Harry Potter.
I did.
It worked.
She wanted to name a cat Atlas, and I'm just like, ew.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
What the fuck?
It's such
That's
a
awesome.
dog name, Atlas.
What?
So is Zeus, man. What the
Is there a dog and cat name?
Carson literally is like my first best friend in kindergarten's dog's name was Atlas, so we can't name our cat Atlas.
Atlas is a boss ass name with a great name.
Thank you. Also, Atlas is from Greek mythology.
Hell yeah! Remember, he's holding the earth.
The fucking movie logo.
It's so awesome. It happened in Percy Jackson, the third book.
Do you know the Atlas movie logo at the end of like all the DC
Yeah.
movies now?
Alice is a great myth. I love that one. Yeah.
See, your friends think we should name Moon Atlas.
Okay, well, he can't be renamed.
It's
I
never
want-
too late.
No, a
Never too
third
late.
cat named Atlas would be cool though.
Mm,
Complete the trilogy, Carson.
yeah. I'll just send you guys a cat and say it's Atlas.
It's Atlas.
Let's
Anywho.
move on.
Love it.
Yoink.
He's getting yeeted.
Oh yeah.
So how does Peter escape Doctor
The
Strange? Here?
villains
Like, how
are-
the heck do you escape him?
Rounded up into there.
Well, he puts him back in his body, but
He
he
kicked
as long
out
as he gets
Peter's
the cube,
spirit?
you know.
Or like soul.
Mm.
His astral form, right?
Oh.
Is that how
I
you
guess
say it?
this isn't the end of the fight though, actually, because we go
You
further.
said it is or isn't?
We gotta
Isn't.
rewatch Doctor.
Yeah,
Strange.
I think so too. But how do you, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you escape that and get to the whole train part, where it's like there has to be another way?
Well, eventually they fall straight up into the mirror dimension. This is like right on Strange's doorstep. So
But how does Peter get so far away?
We don't know.
web zip. I don't know.
What?
So, where's Doctor
Taser web.
Sidekick? Is he too
Wong?
busy with is
He
he too
pieced
busy
out.
with Shang-Chi?
Sidekick.
I think so.
I think he's on vacation.
He went somewhere. He's fighting Abomination again.
Yeah, chilling.
Guess we'll find
They're
out.
going on holiday.
Why Sandman? in this movie?
Because
Why
Sandman
not?
was in Spider-Man 3.
He was.
It's dope as hell.
Okay.
I thought Sandman was the guy in Loki. The like
Who are you talking about in Loki?
Owen Wilson?
the African American guy.
Oh,
Oh.
Kang?
Yeah, King.
Is Sandman?
It looked like King's face.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. To me, it did.
Oh
Thomas
my!
Lane Church. I don't know.
Kang the Conqueror confirmed.
Well,
It's-
I thought
it's
he
the
was
nose,
just
isn't it?
Like the multiverse.
Probably.
I mean, yes, you're not wrong because it does open up and there's like purple and like.
I've had
That's-
3 or 4 glasses of water.
Well, Kang is gonna be in
need some
Ant-Man
more.
3, and then he's gonna be like a big villain moving forward.
Still so weird. Ant-Man 3.
Quantumania.
Wait,
If Kang loses the
I
fucking
think
Ant-Man.
they're alive.
that King. More Kings.
True.
So many Kangs.
OG,
So
like
time.
King Origin. Like
So many Kangs, so little time.
version 1. Alright, that's another day. I like it.
In this movie, do you think Doctor Strange thinks they broke the multiverse? Or do they know like something else happened?
I think he never
Uh,
blames Peter.
There's
I don't
different.
think he knows
yeah.
yet. Let's go. Wow, this is in widescreen. Looks great.
Oh yeah, so the villain was like, "You're not Peter. Like
Yeah.
you're not the Peter I know."
So he
Yeah.
takes his Iron Spider right there.
Yeah,
That's
we're in it.
strong.
Integrating it.
Oh yeah, it's like
So do you think he's not?
That's
trying-
not Peter.
Yeah, it is. You know what? After seeing the first frame, it very much is.
Are you sure? That I think that looks like Andrew.
Look, motherfucker! I was on it last night, and now I'm not.
Guys,
No.
what if they're actually not in these movies?
no, they are. We're about to show you.
I would love that.
They're in the trailer.
Also, the leaks are. infamous.
Yeah, it's too late now. It's
4K.
too late now. That's a great shot of
Has
that
Kelly
guy.
seen the Andrew 4K leak?
Yeah, I showed her.
I love the mask. He
Oh,
looks
yeah,
great.
who's that?
Electro.
What movie see him?
Didn't we watch Amazing? You watched Amazing Spider-Man. You didn't
But
watch
not
the
Amazing
second one
Spider-Man
with us.
2. Oh, mask on.
This
Yeah.
shot's cool.
Yeah, I know.
Also,
They're
Peter's
saying
got the-
Andrew, they're saying Andrew saves MJ to make up for killing.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
I like that idea.
Nathan likes it. Me and
I like
and Aaron
that
kinda-
idea.
Oh, he's
Peter with the cube
Because
still.
Peter should save Ned,
I hate that idea.
and Andrew should save MJ.
I don't get y'all.
Andrew has no
Peter doesn't
connection to
do that.
Zendaya. Andrew has zero connection.
He doesn't
to her.
have to have a
Gabby.
connection to her specifically, but like a similar.
Let Peter
situation.
save his own girl.
He'll save her every other
Who's
time.
gonna save Ned?
Ned's fine. He's hanging off of a pole.
he's got a pull.
That's not fine.
But
That's-
this man, you think this man can hold onto a pole for a long extended period?
Wow!
What
wow!
are you saying?
Wow!
Hey,
Yeah,
my
what are you
man's-
saying, huh?
I'm saying
my
I
man's
have to
lost
be
weight.
dropping.
Okay, he's.
I don't
Damn.
have the upper arm strength to hold myself up in a pole.
You're right. He's the guy in the chair.
Luckily, you're not falling off a bridge right now, Kelly.
I'm not saying it's because he's like overweight or something. I'm just saying
Well,
like
who's-
it's-
Oh, now
Wow,
you went there,
you went
Kelly.
there.
Okay.
because that's what you guys are saying. I'm just saying it would be hard for anyone to hold onto a pole unless they're like
You're right.
Bodybuilder.
What
Unless you're me.
Aquafina and
you'd be
Shang-Chi.
flaring off the fucking
Aquafina and Shang-Chi is hanging off that pole.
Okay, well,
I'm saying she was struggling to hang on.
Yeah.
That pole.
I would be fine.
Can we?
Anyways, we got Gabi.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. He looks great.
This
This is
cool.
pre hood look.
Yeah.
Where does he get the hood stuff from?
I don't know, some scrap stuff. He's probably gonna get fucked up before that. So I guess he'll lose the mask.
Still in the Statue of Liberty.
yeah,
Great
there's no way
shot.
Peter can fight all these villains.
Another goblin shot right there. Yeah. That's
Oh,
not Harry
so
Osborn.
clear.
Yeah, he's
Look
just
at
got
that.
goggles on.
We got 4K still.
That's not. People thought that was Harry Osborn for a second.
Oh,
No.
shit.
Okay, this was the shot I was talking about. I think this is like the end of the movie.
You
I
think
would
it's an
love that.
Wait, have
This,
they not kissed?
this is the
before
goodbye.
end? It did last movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the kiss on the bridge.
Goodbye,
boy.
Happy.
People think Happy
No,
dies.
I don't
Pause
think he
it.
dies.
Because people think Happy dies in that Aunt
There's
May.
a-
or the
is this the
running
first look
rest
at
of the
Lizard
room.
in this trailer?
Yes.
I feel like
Yeah.
it would make sense if Aunt May dies.
No.
Since the uncle
Why?
always dies.
If Aunt May dies, I just gotta say it. If Aunt May dies, but then they reverse it. Either way, Aunt May hasn't had a lot of good scenes. in movies.
That's absolutely wasting her, in my
I'm just
opinion.
gonna say it right now. Aunt May hasn't had a good scene in 2 movies now. She
Hey,
just hasn't.
I agree.
hey,
She's
I
just,
agree.
Like, there,
She
yeah.
just hasn't. Like
Hey.
she had a fun scene with RDJ in Civil War,
hey.
hmm
but Homecoming.
This is
she's
exactly what I
fine.
was saying in my tweet today. I need a heart-to-heart between
And I
Peter
saw that.
and May.
I
Because
think
that shit is the beating heart of the Raimi trilogy. She
And the
fucking
Amazing
carries
Spider-Man
those
movies.
movies.
the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I think it's Amazing Spider-Man 1 where Andrew has a great scene with Sally
Yeah.
Field.
It's 2. In the
It's 2.
bedroom.
Yeah, I love that
Yeah.
scene.
And that's like
Um,
essential Spider-Man to me, is them like kind of like,
Right?
going back to your family and kind of talking it out, figuring it out a little bit, getting that advice, and then
Look, we'll put our initials on a suitcase. It'll be fun.
no,
Oh no.
Fuck your suitcase.
But if they do kill off Aunt May, they better give us a good Aunt May scene in here. Like make us
Honestly,
care.
It's
I think
gonna
they
be Ned,
will.
MJ and Aunt May kill Aunt May.
Well, obviously there, yeah. But I think
Oh my god!
Nobody's
did you
gonna-
guys know Sean and Camila broke up. Shawn Mendes.
Oh wait, that's
who are they? Never heard of them.
Just thought I should let you know.
Where are we?
I'm trying to get to the 228 to show Kelly this.
We're like 12 seconds away from that. We got
Lizard looks good.
He looks fine.
I'm not sure why Sandman is chilling here, but
He could be like about to be betrayed. Then.
because after he was fighting Electro and protecting Peter in the other scene in the trailer.
he could be like betrayed.
Maybe
Then.
protect-
When do things happen
Earlier
in
in
what
the trailer.
place? It's just
Yeah, you never know.
We don't know. We're just speculating.
See, that looks like Kang.
No.
it's
Yeah.
Thomas Hayden Church.
They have like the same nose.
This is where Tom was like,
Superhero
"Where's the-"
landing.
Yeah. So I think this might be May.
Is that post
That's what I
Happy's death?
I thought he was talking to May, or no, I thought it was.
It looks like an older hand with a
It
ring.
does. So
I was
people
like-
are saying that there's because they think it's going to be a 3-on-3 fight. They think that Tobey.
Yeah, because what's
Andrew are
Lizard
back
looking at?
out.
What's Electro looking at?
Well, yeah, Peter can't take on all those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
you can also see like what are they lunging
Okay,
at?
I guess you're right. It doesn't look like Kang anymore, but it did in that first shot.
This is a cool shot though.
Have you showed Kelly the shot of Lizard getting punched by nothing?
Well, I thought it was fake until like
No, it's real. Oh, we'll pull it up after. Sequence looks great. So that's Statue of Liberty with the cap shield.
all right, we're coming up.
I
on
guess
the
it
shot.
doesn't get finished, which I didn't know.
Okay, get ready, Kelly. Right there,
Oh,
You
there.
see- Andrew's arm. You see, there's just an arm they forgot to brush out.
Now show her the Campia leak. That is the same.
Yeah, why would they do that?
Well, they made a mistake because it's so fast. We're in 0.25 speed. Where's
like-
I don't even know if I have the.
It's like 5 frames.
So yeah, Andrew definitely saves her
That's the arm holding the
and
mouse.
redeems himself from Emma.
Look at the scaffolding. That's his arm.
Yeah, he saves her, and that redeems when he couldn't save Emma. Wait,
Mm.
what was her name in the film again?
Gwen
Gwen.
Stacy.
Yeah, Gwen.
Does it redeem him though? I mean, she's still dead.
I don't think it's like a routine.
Ouch.
I think it's just like a not again.
I don't know. I feel like it could be good if it's executed
Honestly,
right.
It was the writers that killed Gwen, not Andrew.
Exactly. It was a bad decision.
Very true. Very true.
It was the fall.
It was like
Is that a
and it
King
was
Kong
such
thing?
like a 2 seconds, and she would have survived.
That's literally some
that's
Green
tragic.
Goblin like dialogue where he's like,
You know what? It was worth it for that tragic grave shot where it like changes seasons. That shit hurts.
I'm sorry, but it's always the girls that like literally like can't do anything that always like heavily involve themselves. Like, why are Ned and MJ here right now? Like, they have no.
That's what somebody said. They're probably captured and then they have to go here.
Oh, don't put them damsel in distress
But
again.
sometimes they just like, I mean, Gwen kind of did it to herself. She got involved.
No, she didn't.
But Gwen helped out in that fight. She
Gwen
helped kill Electro.
Gwen helped
Yeah,
kill Electro.
exactly. She helped out, and then she got killed. She should have kept.
well, then at least it's not a damsel thing.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
No,
why I
I'm
like
not
it.
saying she should be a damsel, but I'm saying like when you have a superhero and people that can't
Well,
do anything.
that was part of the scene was like, hey, no, you're not coming with. And she's like, no.
You're hurting. Okay, for Gwen, she can do stuff, but MJ and Ned, they can't.
Gwen is a strong, independent woman.
That's the power of Emma Stone, baby.
Anywho, I just think it's funny. There's a literal arm here in the official
It's,
trailer.
it's so fucking bizarre because it's not a it's not a flag. It's not on anything.
Do you think Zendaya and Tom have more chemistry in this movie since they're actually dating?
I think they had chemistry in Far From Home.
Yeah, I think they had a good one, Far From Home.
Yeah.
I think it was more like cringy, like.
Well, because they hadn't started. I mean, you have to remember.
They're
it's
an
like-
awkward high school relationship. Anyway.
Yeah.
It kind of has to be
Yeah.
played.
I think it will be more like sexual tension in this movie. Hopefully,
Whoa.
like.
What is your
Whoa.
obsession, Carson?
No, I'm just saying. like,
Sexual tension.
Why did
let
be
these
sexual?
movies be. They're horny teenagers, dude. Let these movies be horny. Like the.
Bro, chill.
Tom and Zendaya. Are
I think you're
asexual
picking the wrong
people.
battle here with Spider-Man.
We just both the original trilogy.
True,
is
but, like,
hinged on that romance.
We have not. seen
Emma
any of
and
the
Andrew
that was
Spider-Man
that was
stuff.
after high
extremely-
school. That was after like high school. Like Toby had graduated, Andrew had graduated. It was-
Toby graduates the first.
They
movie.
had.
Toby graduates the
Guess.
first movie. Andrew
Toby the first
graduates at the
movie.
beginning of the second.
Yeah, and the second one's way more horny than the first one.
Bro,
Homecoming, he was a fucking freshman. Like, just chill for
Yeah.
a sec.
It was more
Right.
childish crush.
That's what I'm
Anyway,
saying. In this movie, I think it's gonna be stepped up a
Yeah.
little bit.
he's supposed to be like what, 17, 18 here?
Probably.
He's a senior. How old are you when you're a senior? 17, 18? Both?
Yeah.
Is he a
17,
senior?
18.
How would he be a senior already?
This is a senior year.
I don't know.
Sophomore in Homecoming, junior and Far From Home. And
Yeah,
then
but
we have
this is
the-
right after Far From Home, so
Yeah, it's like the fall semester of senior year.
I don't even
Like,
think do we even progress to that?
Far From Home was like in the spring. Then you have the summer vacation, and then you come back in the fall, and then his identity is ruined.
Yeah, I wonder how many. I don't
plus
know
5
if it's gonna
years from the
progress
snap.
because obviously in the first movies, there's like at least in Homecoming a lot progresses, and in Far From Home it's more condensed because it's over that trip. But this, I wonder how many days is it just gonna be over a few days? We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like
It's a 24-hour movie, run all night.
Let's go.
Anyways, let's continue on here. She drops, she falls, she dies.
It's kind of crazy that this Spider-Man's gonna get more movies than any of the other like Marvel movies.
This is Tom.
I like this shot.
This is Tom's 5th movie, right? Or 6th? He's 6th.
Sixth,
This
yeah,
is
the
the
Avengers.
So I'm
yeah.
saying like if they make more, they're gonna make more Spider-Man movies after this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So then this is gonna be like the most movies in like with one character.
with one
Like, there's
Spider-Man
three Iron
in
Man.
live action.
Of solo films, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
Thor's on his 4th.
Yeah.
yeah.
But of Spidey's, you know.
Is it blue?
No, it's not
Oh,
fucking.
God.
Even
It's
if it
fine.
was, that's not Andrew's fucking design.
Let Peter save his girl.
He will other times. Shut up.
Give Andrew this moment, Evan.
Yeah, Evan.
It should be Andrew. For
I love Andrew. Andrew's my favorite, but still.
Then please let the man.
I'm sure he'll have other good moments here. Whoa.
Thank you,
Welcome back.
Selena.
Welcome back, Nathan. Yeah.
Right, fucking.
Spider-Man, No
My
Way
cat.
Home.
God.
Let's go. Let's
Oh.
Bro,
go.
wouldn't that be stuff in an alternative universe and it's like, yo, bro, you dead, and the other one, like, you gotta,
Yeah, it kind of is
you
shitty.
gotta go.
I
Alright.
love that shot.
Looks great.
This is cool. This
Spider-Man.
kind of looks like Loki, the timeline thing.
You just see Sylvie in the back
branches.
there.
Okay.
I think he's looking at the other
Yeah.
Uh,
Some said like Strange maybe.
I think that's
isn't
right
even-
on that scaffolding right there.
Some
He's
people
looking at
think. Some people think Strange isn't even in this final battle. Like, that they
Really?
Just, like, yeah, they just comp him in.
Either.
Which totally possible. Because like, if you have Strange here, fucking, we're good. It's not much of a challenge.
Right.
That's the issue with the whole movie in a way, but I think they'll find a way to make it make sense.
Sure.
Because Strange is so powerful right now.
Of course, Sony could just be showing too much, and this is literally the ending of the movie.
I think it is. But
Really?
I saw so many TikToks.
where do
today
you,
of,
how do
like,
you top a Empire State Building fight? Or not, Statue of Liberty fight.
Train scenes.
train scene? Let's go.
Dimension
Crazy
hop
RC.
through their dimensions. That would be kind of cool.
Holy shit, that'd be crazy.
Evan, we're already in. Let's just go all in.
I know. I keep forgetting what franchise I'm in.
I need you to stop being disappointed. This is my thing.
He's going after the poster again.
Uh,
Well, this is the last shot we will ever see until the movie.
yep, this is Tom's last time being
I
Spider-Man.
have diploma. Oh, get him! Moon's tearing down our posters.
Hmm.
Oh. It's like I've had with this shit.
Bad Atlas, bad.
No.
Oh.
You have been renamed.
Clip it.
It's
Yeah,
just
Strange.
trailer.
Wait, yeah, that was a weird shot of Strange. Just, that is Compton. That is not a real
This?
shot. No, like
Or it could be
when
just
he's
be bad
when he's
CGI.
standing on the flame, like his
Yeah.
foot is like right in front. Like, that's weird. That's
That does
weird.
look pretty weird.
That ain't real. This ain't a real shot.
So
I think
nobody's
it's a real shot, but I don't think Strange. is-
Nobody standing on the flame. It's just all three Spider-Men just hogged to like scoot over, scoot over.
Scoot over.
I would love them just to be like at different like Spidey angles on the torch. That'd be cool. Tickets on sale November 29th. Spider Monday.
Spider Monday.
I started on purpose.
Crazy, man.
Film is not yet rated. So that was a trailer.
Fucking rated R. Carson
Did we
Wentz
miss
away.
any theories or anything? I'm trying to think.
I think I got all of my questions out the way in terms of like what's Peter's ultimate plan here if
Mhm.
he wants to save the villains. 'Cause I think that's a surprising crux of the movie where he's trying to be
Yeah.
like, I didn't see that coming. But it is very Spider-Man like Spider-Man never wants to have to kill people. He's very
Yeah.
like, Batman in that sense. But
He sees the good in humanity.
the funny thing is though, like the villains, they don't see like they don't take that chance. They always want to do too much, and that causes them to lose. That always happens in comic books in general.
Mhm.
What else did I have a question about? Mostly like the whole middle act, like what's going on after the spell happens. I'm very curious what goes on there in terms of how the villains get rounded up. I'm very curious to see how that happens. Peter's initial changing of his ideas, saying like, okay, now I want to save these villains. How's that conversation going to go about? That's going to be very interesting. But yeah, I'm super excited to see this movie. The fact that they didn't show Tobey and Andrew, surprising, but also I like it. Will Sony hedge their bets and keep it like that up to the movie comes out? I hope so. I doubt it, but I hope so. So
I like the idea that like they are being saved, but I hate the idea that these goddamn actors have to suffer through. They've gotten so many leaks that they're going to be harassed about it until the movie. Like it would have been a golden opportunity for them to press tour along, but
and I'm mostly upset like because Toby's fine. He's had no movies to it. Nobody
But Andrew's
nobody has the
actually out.
opportunity to ask Toby because he has no movie. But Andrew's
He's
going to be
not
they'll
doing-
spot Toby on the streets randomly and just be like, "Hey," and he's like,
Can't say.
But
he's like
Andrew's-
winks and he's just like, but Andrew's like at every talk show and he's about to do press for Tick Tick Boom and he's just gonna be like,
I know, yeah.
you see him on the streets and people are just like, "Hey," and he's just like, this poor man.
It was funny because I watched the interview with Ewan McGregor about Obi-Wan. He was like, I got so tired of them asking me because it felt like I was asking for a job when I really wasn't because I already had the job. It was so awkward. He was like, I'll be open if they have me. It's like, is Ewan looking for a job? It's like, no, I'm in the movie or I'm in the TV show. But he couldn't really say that. So it looked like he was asking for a job when he wasn't. It was very funny. But yeah, this was a great trailer. Great trailer. Yeah, one of the best trailers for Spider-Man at least because didn't give too much away. Yeah, the infamous Homecoming trailer too, where it's like, wow, we saw a lot there.
Yeah, there's a lot of great. I love the tone of it. Especially like after the like previous comments that Tom put out, was just like, I mean, yeah, we had like some like funny jokes here and there. I mean, only like two, but for the most part, it's a pretty seriously toned trailer, and that's something Tom was like pitching for like the overallness of the film itself, and I think it really shines here.
It's very sad, emotional. It's affecting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm over here just like, oh, rain.
So, in the end, who do you think is going to die, Nathan? Do you think it's MJ or Happy, one of those two?
MJ or Happy? No.
Okay.
Who does that leave?
Things made. Gonna die.
That leaves like near MJ.
One person got it.
It's funny because initially, like the first stuff I ever heard was like Ned, and then now I hear MJ, and then now I hear John Wattsby rewriting shit, and I'm like, I don't know.
Like for me, going through the list, it's kind of like Ryan Johnson going through who would be satisfying for Ray's parentage. Just like who would be satisfying for a death. MJ and Ned, they're kids, they're safe.
It
has to be Happy or MJ.
I don't think Happy's gonna die. I think that's actually like different points with Happy, like because like in the first shot of that trailer, it looks like there is some silhouette standing in like a doorway, and I think it's probably just gonna be Electro before he like lightnings up. But also I think what I was hearing is like the moment where like the bomb detonates is when the death occurs.
Oh.
When like Peter's trying
Pumpkin
to stop
bomb?
it midair, yeah, before it like implodes.
I mean, he already had to go through Iron Man's death. You think they're really gonna be like, here's another one?
Oh, 1,000,000%. It is Peter Parker. He's.
I mean, yeah, a lot of MCU heroes go through a lot of shit. Just like a Thor, he lost everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah, he's fine, right? He's chilling with the Guardians. So Tom would be fine.
Needs therapy.
He does.
Had that whole weight gaining moment, depression, alcoholic.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Fortnite.
the lowest of lows.
And now Naruto's on Fortnite now, which is so weird.
I'm finally down.
Isn't Boba Fett gonna be on Fortnite soon?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Everyone, I'm pretty sure every big pop culture.
What
fan.
Star Wars.
But
The original trilogy with me.
what else?
Just kidding.
Oh, last thing. No Daredevil or hint of Daredevil in this trailer.
Didn't they say he
I-
was Tom's lawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that because I don't think he's getting more than like 10 minutes featured. So
Yeah, we got the picture. That's all we need.
Yeah.
I didn't even need that, man. I would have just walked in like easy. But
Do we see Daredevil post spell or like post the?
I don't think so.
I
Bro, I'm sorry, no one cares about Daredevil.
Oh.
I think
It was
before
an
and
okay show.
that
Get her out of here, Carson. Get her out of here, Carson.
you're gonna get
her out of
dragged
here.
Daredevil?
by the whole chat.
Oh, she watched season 1 of Daredevil like me.
Great. Anyway,
I get bullied in the group chat because I haven't finished the show.
Anyway, well, me either. I think I'm gonna watch season 3 before the new film before Spidey comes out. But anyway, I think you're gonna get scenes with Matt, beginning and roughly the end as well.
I would love that.
Mm.
I would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Did you guys watch anything else over the weekend or anything? I think that's pretty much. I didn't see anything new.
I binged the
Just
show.
watching Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah, you just watched Attack on Titan, which you guys are loving, which is great. It's my favorite anime. So
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I've been watching Food Wars. I watched season 1 of Food Wars.
Shokugeki, great show.
I don't- Kelly's like, I've been in public and I've had like tell people I'm not watching. Like,
Yeah, it's one of those shows. I was having a conversation with one of my students because they're like, "Mr. Harris, you like Food Wars? Isn't that very sexual?" I'm like, in a way, but like,
Is it?
yeah, because like when you eat, it's like food orgasms in a way because like
Food
when you eat, like clothes come off and
Shows
stuff.
More naked people than any other anime I've ever watched.
But they're not like fully naked. It's like
No.
they're not showing.
it's an anime?
boob. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought this was like fucking Iron
No,
I know,
Chef.
misleading name. When she first told me, yeah, you watch Food Wars, I'm like, oh, what is this a new Gordon Ramsay show? Like, what are
Yeah,
we talking
it's
about?
not on Bravo or ABC, but it's an anime. They're not fully naked, but the thing I love about the show and what's so good about it, like the characters are so well defined and the competition is so interesting that you really
Dude,
fall in love with the show.
I can't believe he didn't win.
Right? Like it's a good competition. You're like, oh crap, he win, he didn't win. It's like because he's the main character, he's supposed to win. But that's why I like Haikyuu because in Haikyuu they don't win all their matches either. So I love
Food
competition.
Wars is way
shows.
better than Haiku.
We doing it, huh?
Evan's gonna lose it.
Doing it in the stream now before Evan
Yeah.
gets fired from
Evan's
his
like, you
school.
better pray to your gods.
You better pray to Atlas.
Well, Evan, take it out on your students tomorrow.
I probably will.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's funny.
Feel the anger.
That's pretty much.
Did we watch anything over the weekend? No.
I binge watched the show Dave on Hulu. The 2 seasons.
Oh, that's a good comedy, right?
Yeah, well, kind of. There's plenty of drama as well. But yeah,
Wait,
I
what'd you
like it
say?
a lot. The show Dave. I binged it on Hulu.
Oh, the Little Dicky show. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good show. I like it a lot. I ended it and I was like, fuck, when's season 3? They just finished season 2 this year, so I was like, fuck,
Mhm.
I gotta wait a year.
Wow, I was like so for Lil Dicky, and then he collabed with Chris Brown, and I was like,
Oof.
I don't think it's anything major. Sure, it's just clout.
Nathan's like,
Yeah.
wait for more information.
I'm sure he's just like, I can do it. Let's
Yeah.
go.
he hit Rihanna, so we do not. See
Hello.
Lil Dicky literally wrote a bar about that in the song. I think he's very aware. Anyway, this has been Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, we are a Spider-Man podcast. Yeah, sponsored by Sony, right?
Ben at the last minute. Let's go.
Spider-Man for the win.
I genuinely thought that was a new title. I was like, wait. Because my brain was like NWH, FFH, H. Like,
Oh, you have your thing. on.
yeah. The Goblin.
Beautiful. Deliver us.
I can't believe you're gonna friends on my future husband. That's crazy.
Hey now.
Hey now,
Tragic.
this is what dreams. What are my controls? That's right. Hey, Evan, where can they find you?
You can find me going to school, miserable and sick, tomorrow or
My
on
wife.
No
Twitter.
subs insight, right?
No, it's not at all.
Also,
I think they plan on getting a sub after Thanksgiving break next week, like
Ooh.
the 29th. We'll see what happens. Probably not.
Mm.
But yeah, find me on Twitter at HarrisEV9. There was a great episode of Survivor today. Loving that. Anime wise, I actually might have to restart my Attack on Titan rewatch, which is like number 6 or 5 at this point. I rewatched it so many times, but because the final season. Oh, thank you, Ben. Hopefully you feel better too. I rewatched all my anime before the new season starts. So starting in December, I might watch the first 3 Attack on Titan anime seasons.
Dude, I'm so nervous for how that, because I remember when you finished the manga and you were reading it and you're like, dude, this is gonna be so controversial. Like, I got 2 months processing it, and I'm like, holy
It's
shit,
crazy.
what happened?
I still have people tweeting me about the Attack on Titan ending. Whenever Crunchyroll tweets about the final season, all the comments are like, "This ending is bullshit." But it's really back and forth. There are people that love it like me and people that hate it. But
is it the Last Jedi of anime?
I
It
just
really
need-
is.
I just need to know why.
it's
Like,
very
why-
hard to end a show like Attack on Titan because as you go further
Right.
into it, the mythology it's a lot.
Yeah.
Something I'm scared with my show.
That's what happens with a lot of shows. But yeah,
I'm guessing it's the same. Like humans did fucked up shit, and like there's a lot of stuff we don't know that they did, even though they always blame the Titans. I don't know.
I mean, that's classic anime tropes
And now they're
right
in
there.
the walls, and so it's like, well, we don't know.
I have no idea. But
Don't tell. But
what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, this weekend seeing King Richard, which I'm excited to see.
Not Ghostbusters, Evan.
I might see that like next week sometime.
I'll go just for the new speech.
I'll go there for McKenna Grace and Paul Rudd.
Hey, sexiest man alive. Yeah.
Ah!
I don't know about that one, Chief, but
It's amazing.
Hey man, he's like 52 and he looks like that.
it's so funny because he's from Kansas, and like
Yeah.
Barstool
Oh, wow.
KU tweeted like from being in the like bars, like breaking hearts to being like sexiest man alive.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that he went to school here.
Heartbreaker Paul Rudd.
It's him. They always talk about him, and Rob Riggle also went to our school. So they always talk about him. But yeah.
Carson and special guest Kelly, where can they find you?
You can find me and us going to watch season 2, episode 3 of Attack on Titan literally immediately as this podcast ends.
Hey.
How
How's this the one time where like we don't hear like echo of Evan and me?
I think because I have the mic like close up, maybe.
Oh, that's cool.
It only took like 50 episodes, but
Oh, God.
Unless StreamYard like created some thing, I'm not muted. That's weird. But yeah, over on Twitter at the Film Carson, and dealing with my cat trying to destroy everything on our wall and shitting on the floor. So that's life. Also, I went to take a shower this morning and the door just fell off.
What?
wait, the door to your bathroom?
No, we have a glass sliding shower door,
Okay,
and
I
it's
love
on
those.
these roller things. And I go,
Fancy.
there's like 2 doors, and so I go grab the back one like normal, and the roller thing like snapped, and then the bottom and it just fell off.
Wow.
And so I like got it back on there to balance it, but I have to go get a new piece to screw in.
So
Otherwise,
you guys have to pay for it, or
I mean, we could call the apartment complex to come do a maintenance request. But
yeah, I would have called my landlord.
Oh,
It's
get
a
Moon.
maintenance.
Get Moon.
No.
That's my Tolkien calendar.
Get Atlas, you have to say.
Tolkien, that's the guy that did Harry Potter, right?
Baby, it's fine. You can't react.
He's okay.
The more you react, the more.
That's it. I got nothing else. It was just a weird day.
And that was Privileged Carson, who can't just have a fucking curtain. No. Okay. Find me at _ Nathan Rojas, just being as Spidey obsessed as ever.
Oh god.
No! Down!
Shit.
Wow.
Spidey obsessed as ever.
Love it.
Love it. But yeah, join our pod with me, Evan, and Kelly. Let us know. That being said, hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.